Hello everyone, welcome to this presentation. I am Sibaraj Gautam and I am doing funnel strategy for Room to Reads and their social media presence. In this assignment, I choose to use their Twitter account as well as their websites. So let's get started. Room to Read is a global non-profit organization focused on literacy and general equality in education. The organization was founded in 2000 on the beliefs that world change starts with educated children. Room to Read has brought the lifelong gift of education to 16.6 million children in 16 developing countries such as India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Cambodia, Laos, and so on. Room to Read has active accounts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram where they tweet regularly or once a day for audience engagement. As of today, they have more than 700,000 followers on their social media accounts. We are focusing on the Twitter accounts today, where their presence is focused on three elements such as awareness, education, and collecting donations. Here is the link for their Twitter accounts. Now, let's talk about the conversion point, where the organization uses different techniques to impress their donors or the followers to collect funds and run operations. The conversion point for this organization is its student success and happiness. The image shows happy kids or the girls who are part of the Room to Read family. These images are the ones which used by the executives to collect funds from the donors. The organization converts its potential donors into the real donors by showing these work progresses. Room to Read runs by donation. They also partner with government and private agencies to work in the education field. Now we are going with the funnel process, which is including awareness, interest, evaluation, conversion, loyalty, advocacy, and so on. The first step is awareness, where the organization partners with various educational programs that provides them attention from around the world. Room to Read also organizes seminars to celebrate different days such as International Women's Day, Children's Day, Mother Language Day, etc. to get notified by the potential donors. In these images, the organization hosts seminars as well as shares photos of partnership, which is one of the example of awareness. The next step is interest or consideration, where the organization concentrates on few issues or subjects. In this case, mother language is more important than other things, as well as these events with world famous writers. The public will perceive those issues as more important than others. In the other words, if a topic is covered frequently and permanently, the audience will regard the issue as important, so they will get more donors' attention toward the campaigns. In these examples, the organization celebrated the Mother Language Day as well as host the events or seminars with the top writers, which helps them to get attention of potential donors. These are one of many examples of interest or consideration. Another important step we have here is evolution or intent. In this section, we are going to talk about how the users are actively considering making a transaction with the organization. Room to Read distributes the books and other materials in the remote area, which is one of the motivational actions for the users, such as users can go to their sites and make a donation, while organizations were able to convince users as they are legit and working in the real world. On the other hand, the organization hosts events to talk about the success of the operation, which is one example of evolution. Organizational success is one of the role players for the users to take action because it proves credibility toward the brand or the organization. If organizations keep doing a good job pulling users through the first and the biggest part of the funnel, they will be able to convert some of them into the real donors. One of the most important process is the conversion, which we'll already talk about it, but here is some more here. The organization received books, notebooks, and other educational materials, and thanks to the donors, which is an example of conversion. There are many donors in the company who donate every day, every month, or every year. Another example here is a partnership with the book club, which is part of the conversion. Overall, the organizational behavior is so promising that they are getting donations and partnership all the time. Now, let's talk about the loyalty or advocacy, which is one of the most important part too. The loyalty part is very impressive and practical by this organization. I have a couple of examples here. that can be a helpful tools for their supporters or followers. The first example is the recommendation of books to read. The organization provided top books for reading, which can be benefited their followers. The selection is a solution for many of their followers who are looking for books to read. The organization creates more effectiveness in their operations, which improve returns on investment for the donors. The non-profit strives to help as many children as possible to deepen their dignified learning. On the other hand, they also run a campaign for Double the Charity, which is always in favor of donors or the followers. Through these activities, they earn advocacy from the followers who can spread the company's awareness. Now, let's talk about the conclusion part. Room to Read is serving in various countries for more than 2 decades, which means they are running a successful operations. According to their websites, they helped over 23 million kids in these years, which is a huge number of kids. The organization's mission is to create a world free from childhood illiteracy and gender inequality in education. As we discuss those activities, the organization converts its potential donors into real donors by showing these work progresses. Now, there are many other organizations in the same field, which is one of the challenges for them to collect funds. Finally, due to their systematic and visionary team, the organization is running at its full capacity and providing services in many countries. Thanks for listening.